In the late 80s, the American martial arts scene was dominated by American kickboxing. To the average American fan, kickboxing was one of the most effective forms of striking. It was flashy, it was fast, and it was devastating. And if you want to see the absolute best this golden era had to offer, you looked at one man, Rick the Jet Roufus. Roufus wasn't just an undefeated champion, he was an athletic prodigy. He possessed lightning-fast hands, impeccable boxing fundamentals, and a spinning back kick that could put a hole through a brick wall. To the Western world, Roufus wasn't just a fighter, he was a living legend in 10-ounce gloves. So in 1988, one of the most famous super fights in martial arts was held in Las Vegas, Nevada, between kickboxing superstar Rick Roufus and Thai fighter Changpuek Kiatsongrit. On paper, this match looked kind of like a circus act. Changpuek was naturally much lighter than Roufus, practically giving up a whole weight class just to make the fight happen. Also, at this time, nobody in America knew who Changpuek was. So to a lot of people, this should be a walk in the park for a star like Rick Roufus. But Changpuek was a seasoned Muay Thai fighter of the Bangkok Stadium circuit and would easily have had over 150 fights at this point. There was also a catch to the fight. To get Changpuek into the ring, the promoters had to agree to a modified rule set. So for the first time on a major American stage, low kicks were completely legal. However, Muay Thai's most lethal inside weapons, clinching, sweeps, elbows and knees, were still banned. The rules heavily favoured the American. Roufus had his boxing, his ring size, and his home crowd. Changpuek was entering a den of lions with one hand tied behind his back. Or so everyone thought. From the opening bell, Rick Roufus looked every bit the superstar America claimed he was.
Roufus moving around very well. Spinning back kick into the belly. That hurt the Thai.
His boxing combinations were too fast, too crisp, and too accurate for the Thai fighter.
And hitting him very hard. He is not getting off the kicks is there. Kiatsongrit, does he look confused to you, John? He felt a lot of the power of Rick Roufus. Halfway through this first round, these are 3-minute rounds with a...
Halfway through the first round, Roufus unleashed a lightning-fast combination that caught Changpuek completely off guard.
Aggressive. His name is Kiatsongrit. He took a left hand there and he's down.
Changpuek managed to get up immediately, but his face told a grim story. That single punch had literally fractured his jaw.
Bleeding from the mouth, I believe, John.
But before he could even register the agonizing pain, Roufus was back on him.
Kiatsongrit is hurt. Roufus wants to get on, hits him again and knocks him down. Kiatsongrit is down again, and you can see his eyes are a little glassy, John.
Once again, through sheer willpower, Changpuek beat the count. The beating he took in those first 3 minutes was completely one-sided. As the round closed, Roufus cornered him, unleashing a relentless barrage of punches.
Have it. Roufus is getting inside of those kicks, and he is landing the big punches. And Kiatsongrit has never come across this kind of power, I don't think. Roufus doing a great job of keeping the...
Throwing one nasty shot after another.
He is still rubbery-legged, but we are up to the end of round number 1.
Changpuek was saved only by the sound of the bell. In the American corner, they had no idea they had just unlocked a nightmare. As the second round began, Changpuek's jaw was broken, he couldn't trade punches with Roufus at boxing range, and his traditional weapons were banned. So he stripped his game plan down to its absolute bare essentials. He decided to rely entirely on the one weapon he had left, his deadly bone-crushing low kick.
Roufus takes one in the back of the knee there.
In Muay Thai, the low kick is like taking an axe to the base of a massive tree and breaking that base, breaking that foundation.
Lunges, he's moving in, attacking the body and moving away. There's an attack to the knee, and that would look like it hurt Roufus's knee. There's a left hand over the top and another left, and Roufus is inside.
So at this point, Changpuek kept swinging his shin like a baseball bat into Rick Roufus's thigh.
But he's badly hurt, but he is aware that he's...
The American champion started backing away, desperately trying to avoid the collision.
Stand and trade as long as he can do it. Roufus hit there in the leg. Roufus would like this to be a close quarters fight, John.
Well, he's trying to work inside. He's trying to step inside and land the left hand. The Thai is doing a good job of keeping his hands up and taking away the target. Rick Roufus having to move away from those powerful kicks to the leg.
The flashy, confident Jet was grounded. He was now entering deep, dark waters.
Roufus is throwing the big leather here, trying to get out of this one because he doesn't want damage to his knees. Kiatsongrit has heart, no doubt about it.
Score this because in a Thai fight, he's trying to land again the left hand.
Good spinning back fist by Roufus that landed and shook Kiatsongrit up. A high round kick to the jaw, but to do it, he had to take one to the back of the knee, and I'm thinking Roufus probably... Hang on to your seats, folks. Do not go away.
In the third round, Changpuek just doubled down on that low kick, and the damage was starting to accumulate.
An American fighter not used to these rules in the long red pants. Kiatsongrit is not used to being hit. That's a legitimate coming in. Kiatsongrit, a tough young man. Roufus has hurt him a lot, and he's still there. Roufus taking a lot of stuff on his legs here.
The undefeated prodigy spent the entire round backing up, trying to survive. The low kicks were simply too fast, too heavy, and too brutal.
Crowd very vocal in the background. John and I can hardly hear each other. There's 1 minute left in round number 3. That shot to the legs hurt Roufus.
Roufus again landing those punches, but they're too far extended to really have a lot of sting on.
And he's also not able to get a rotation of his hips to throw the punch, John, because he's got bad legs now.
His legs are obviously bothering him. He's really having a problem.
By the fourth round, the human body could no longer sustain the damage. Rick Roufus's legs completely gave out. The pain from the accumulated low kicks was too much to bear.
Rick Roufus now trying to keep away from the leg. Kiatsongrit has never been hit the way Roufus can hit him. And Roufus is hurt now.
He's hurt.
He could barely stand, let alone fight. In a desperate bid, he tried to run, but his foundation was entirely destroyed.
This is an exhibition fight.
He's really taking a chance on suffering some permanent injury.
If he's going to stay, John, he just ought to get right up on the guy and let him have it. Otherwise, he's...
Kiatsongrit looking very, very strong now. Just obviously extremely aggressively coming in with
It was over. Changpuek Kiatsongrit had won by a technical knockout. He had marched into the heart of American kickboxing, taken their absolute best fighters' greatest shots, suffered a broken jaw, and still completely destroyed the American superstar using a single unstoppable technique.
How serious does it appear his knee is hurt?
Well, it's possibly strained. That's what former world champion Bill Wallace believes. I'm not sure. I just know that he's in pain, and the leg kicks were the only thing that stopped him. The guy did not touch him anywhere else in the body, you know.
The image of Rick Roufus, rendered completely helpless by a basic leg kick, sent shockwaves through the global martial arts community. It proved beyond a shadow of doubt the terrifying efficacy of Muay Thai. After this, fighters around the world realized that if you didn't know how to throw, check, or defend a low kick, you weren't a complete striker. The American full contact style vanished from mainstream combat sports, replaced by the modern low kick heavy styles we see today in global kickboxing circuits. Rick Roufus would go on to adapt, learn how to check low kicks, and remain a legendary combat sports champion. But on that fateful night in 1988, a humble warrior from Thailand showed the world that if you only train to fight from the waist up, it takes only one man to chop you down from the bottom.